Welcome, folks, to the Rusty Analyst. Let's jump into it. Today we got a lot to talk about. A little football, a little Vic MVPing, a little basketball, a little bit of boxing. Start off with football. Right now, Mike Vick is playing the best football by far, bar none, in the league. The guy is. It's like I was watching a game the other day against Washington. I thought it was a dream. Like, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was like a dream. Because I'm just like, they can't score their first 5 possessions, touchdowns, every time. And it was just like, what the hell is going on? I'm texting people, and people are calling me like, what the hell is going on? It was like some charity game or something. I don't know. It's just something I just couldn't catch. I couldn't grasp it as it was happening. And I don't think the Eagles, and I definitely don't think Vic could grab it, could quite grasp it while it was happening. It was just that surreal. Looking at the face of Donovan McNabb, who did talk a little trash. Donovan's a humble guy, a really, straightforward guy. And he was a little confused himself, with just watching what the heck was going on, the slacking it was taking. It was kind of weird. So, Philadelphia right now, do you say, hey, they're the best team in the East, them are the Giants? I think they have the Giants. A lot of people are still saying, no, it's New York. I don't think so. I think it's Philly. I think Philly with Vic is a better team than New York with Vic. Obviously in the NFC, you still got the Bears and Packers battling out, and I don't know how the heck the Bears are still in this, but they are. The Bears are really winning just on old-fashioned, tough football. And that's just like blowing my mind, because they're not putting up like huge numbers anywhere, but hey, they're getting the job done. The defense has always been tough. I played against those guys. Always been tough. Always been tough guys on that defense. And, a lot of those guys are still there. Urlacher, Briggs, a lot of those guys are still there. Obviously with Peppers, that he really helps. And he's not a guy who's getting a lot of attention at all. But Peppers is a big help. Big reason why Chicago Bears are 6-3. But he's not getting the stat lines. He's not getting... He doesn't have all the stats, the sacks that Matthews has. He's not getting all the, making all the huge plays. He's made a few, though. He's got an interception, took home to the house, but he's not making a lot of huge plays. But the guy is being accounted for on offenses. He's helping that defense. He's helping the team. I think his leadership is going further. And Atlanta is the surprise team to me in the whole NFL. I always thought Atlanta was, the last couple of years, Atlanta, you could see them starting to come, getting better and better and better. But they're a damn good team right now, And the Saints can cry all they want, cry foul all they want, and say, hey, they should have won first game they played. But Atlanta's making the plays to win. In the NFL, usually about 75, I need to get that stat line. I think it was like 85% of the games are 7 points or less. So, a lot of that, it's not luck, especially when a lot of teams are consistently at the bottom and they're losing by 7 points. Then they're not doing something right, period. And the teams that are making the plays are doing something right. Atlanta's doing something right. Atlanta's definitely doing something right. They're a very physical team, which I love. I love physicality. Atlanta's very physical right now. They're beating up on people. They can run the ball. They're not running it actually as well as I thought they would with Turner, but a lot of other guys have stepped up. A lot of other backs. Strong backfield. I'm quite surprised by how well Atlanta's doing, all overall. Just offense, defense, they're rolling. Tough division, probably the toughest division in all of football. You still got New Orleans, you got Tampa. They're both 6-3. They're rolling. That's a tough division. This could flip-flop a few times, before it's all said and done. But I'm not sitting here saying, hey, Atlanta's the team to beat in the South. I'm not saying that in the NFC South. I'm not saying that yet. You know, they're only a game above both New Orleans and Tampa. But hey, they beat both of them though at the end of the day. So in some sense, they have the lead for the reason. But not hanging my hat on them, just saying they're the team to beat. I still think New Orleans may be the best team, but gotta give credit to Atlanta. Seattle, obviously, the other team, they're probably going to go in the NFC West. I just don't think there's any threat or that much talent in the NFC West. This is a really down year. It's probably the worst division in football this year. So as long as, Carroll, straight from USC, I thought this would be a big failure. I thought he should have stayed at USC. But hey, he's proven us wrong. But his division is helping us prove. His division is helping prove me wrong and all the naysayers wrong right now. His division, San Francisco, just is bad right now. And I know those guys think they're better than what they are. They're not. San Francisco's just bad right now. You see Seattle can still throw the ball, can still make plays. Blah, blah, blah. St. Louis Rams, bad. Just a bad team. They're not coming around. In Arizona, I don't know what's going on with Arizona. You would think Arizona, after the Super Bowl, I thought Arizona would, after the Super Bowl loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers, I thought Arizona would just dominate this division for the next 4 or 5 years, and it's not happening. Not at all. In the AFC, who's the best team in football? Everybody keeps saying it's got to be the Jets, the Patriots, and the Ravens. I'm not that sold, on. I think those guys are all top tier guys, but I don't know. The Ravens, the problem with them, I'm not that big on their passing game. I think in the playoffs you got to have some more threats. I just think that defense is solid, but it's not the defense of the old Baltimore Ravens teams. It's not. But it's still a great defense. Don't get me twisted. It's still a great defense. By no mistake. It's a good defense. But something's missing there to me. I know a lot of people's riding Ravens hard. Something's missing. To me, there is just something missing there. I don't think these guys, I think they're a good team. I think they're a really solid team. If you got a Ravens team, you got a good team. But there's something missing. It's something missing. Going to be going to the playoffs. I think they're going to really have a problem, like they have been having a problem with teams like the Patriots who can run the ball, who can pass the ball, who spread these guys out on defense. And I just don't know how many points the Ravens can put up. Better offense than years before, but not quite as good as defense. It's kind of averaging out. Patriots may be the best team in football right now. I said this about 4 weeks ago. I thought they were the best team in football regardless. I know the Jets had beaten them, but that's one game. Everybody loses to somebody, and the Jets handled them pretty well. But hey, the Jets are the Jets. They're a top 3 team in the league. Hey, that's going to happen, especially with that defense that they have. But overall, Patriots the best team. 7-2. They're tied up with the Jets in the AFC East. In the North, you got the Ravens and Steelers, both tied up at 6-3. Although I think Pittsburgh will handle that. The Colts, after an early scare from the Houston Texans, Houston's starting to fall off a cliff. And just go ahead and hand that championship back to the Colts. I don't think they're taking that anytime soon. Like some of the stuff Houston's doing, Houston obviously has the best receiver from the U in the game, Andre Johnson, but something missing from that defense. That defense is just not there. And with that defense,